related to Halloween in that people have Halloween parties and snacks. Hello strangers, I'm Ravenna and today we will be baking. We're making Pretzel sausages, so is that baking? I guess it is. So what you need for this stuff behind me, bread flour, brown sugar, plain flour, salt and a sausage of some type. I'm using Ye Old Oak Jumbo hot dogs in brine. I don't know if hot dogs is actually the best sausage for this recipe because I'm trying to make it like the Auntie Anne's sausage covered in pretzels. I don't actually think these hot dogs are close to the sausages that they use, but I figured this would be an easy thing to use. So the first part of the recipe is to dissolve your yeast. I'm using a recipe I found online that's meant to be for Auntie Anne pretzels. I don't know if it really is or not. It tasted okay. I tried making just pretzels with it and that worked okay. So I've already put my water. I put 3/4 of water in this because of half the recipe I found. I will link down below the recipe I'm using and what it says and what I end up putting in, or what I meant to put in anyway, and we'll see how this goes. The recipe asks for 1.25 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Okay, so I got this because it said fast action dry yeast. I thought it said fast active, not action, but so hopefully this is okay. This has been open. I didn't get much right, so I don't know if I did it right. The water's meant to be lukewarm, whatever that means. A half and a bit more. Okay, I'm just going to use what's in this packet, that was left in this packet. That is now to dissolve that. I need a spoon of some kind. Let's use this because it's fun. Oh, I hope this water isn't too hot. According to my mum, this is lukewarm water. I really don't know what lukewarm means. Especially as it's like something everyone could have a different classification on, and you know this is yeast, so you can like if it's too hot you will kill it, but it also does like heat to work. So next we're gonna add sugar. The recipe calls for, what am I looking? 2 tablespoons. So we're gonna put 1 tablespoon in. So this is a half, so 2 of these. 1, 2, and a little swing. I don't know why I did that. It's probably alright. Put salt, which also the fun recipe of 1 tablespoon and 1/4 salt. That salt doesn't want to come out. I think I'm just going to put 1/2 or 1/4 in. Yeah, let's say that's 1/2 of 1/4. So that's the salt. What's the other thing we need to add at this stage? Add sugar, salt and starch salt. Okay, so we dissolve it and then scrape the bottom. There's like a lot of like sitting there. So that's what mine looks like with the dissolve. What we're going to do is add our flour. So in flour, the original recipe says for 3 cups of plain flour and 1 cup of this. So as I'm halving that, it's now going to be 2 cups of plain flour and 1. No wait, that's not right. Half of 3 is 1.5. 1.5 of plain and 1/2 of bread. Let's do bread first. So 1/2 of bread. This is so useful. You can get this from well because it has like tons of useful measurements. It has tablespoons and cups on it, and it has milliliter, like tiny milliliters, and ounces at the sides too. So you can get this at Wilkinson. Its own brand thing. So half of this. I've got to ask though, who's measuring stuff by 8 tablespoons? Slight problem with this bag, there's a hole in it. So that's half a cup. Isn't that cool? To save the cleaning, this measures in half, so I'm just gonna like do one, two. That certainly makes a massive mess, and now the kitchen area is a mess. So now's the fun part where we get to do this. Basic rules are don't do this with nail polish on and wash your hands. I'm the only one eating this though, so I'm pretty much fine. Well, this smearing the dough, I don't do a particularly good job of it. In fact, I found like weird hard things after the bread had rised and I was taking it apart. There's actual videos teaching you how to properly knead bread, but this is not the video to learn how to knead dough. It turned out my dough mixture was too dry and I had to add water. Then I added too much water. It worked out in the end. It's just one of those things when you're messing with the measurements of someone else's recipe. It's like give and take, trying to figure out a way to make it work. So I would use a little bit more water than I did if you decide to recreate this option. I think any pretzel recipe should work. So it's up to you what you choose to do. Okay, so this is my dough. It's too wet. It is too wet, but I'm just going to leave it and see what happens if I leave it for a little while. You're meant to dough it till it's smooth. I don't know what that means. It's not meant to be sticky. It's like getting a tea towel to cover it. I need to leave this to rise for half an hour. Oh, this is burnt. So now I'm gonna leave this here. I won't need any of this stuff again unless I've just did something horribly wrong. Hello guys, so the dough has been left to rise for longer than half an hour. It's probably fine. So what we're gonna do is make a baking soda solution, so bicarbonate of soda, baking soda. Because things are named differently in the UK than America. I'm just going to do the recipe they call for. 2 cups of water, so. It says warm water. Some people say to use boiling water for this part. You know what? That's enough. So that's like 1.5 cups. I probably should have put the powder in and then put the water in because the water would have took this away. I'm going to open. There we go. There we go. This is what bicarbonate baking soda looks like. Okay, so that's 2. You can see that fizzing. I take this tool and just like mix it in. To be honest, this tool is actually meant for putting butter on, but pan will be done from doing this. I don't know how if what this does to actually like taste wise. I just know the colour doesn't come out right unless you do this. Our dough should now be ready. This is what it looks like. It's raised a little bit. Though I've missed an important step, which is draining the sausages. So I'm just gonna like open this can halfway and then I'm gonna try and rinse it out of the sink. Without enough water to work with. So I really hope this camera is in focus because I'm like having real doubts about whether it is or not. Discard the shiny bit of death metal. The next step you probably want to do before we do the next step is put a bit of piece of paper on a tray, take a chunk. I don't know if this is a good size for what we're going to do. This is kind of the experimental phase now. So, just gonna rub it out as though I was making this into a pretzel and not into a special pretzel. If you were actually going to feed this to someone, probably want to take the nail polish off before you bake. So that is the sausage. It's like double the size of the sausage. We're going to see if that's enough. Alright, so I'm going to put this in the batter. Apparently you should like put it in for like 30 seconds. I'm going to take the sausage and put it here. That is like awful feeling, but now we're just gonna try wrapping it around. Hopefully this will work. I don't know, maybe I should have put this on the hot dog before. This might not work, guys. This really might not work. Maybe this is too thick still. Okay. No, I think I might try one where I don't put it in the soda to see if that makes... Okay, this might be too thick. I think I did this one too thick, but so just gonna go with it. Yeah, like I think this was too thick. Just gonna like put that there. I don't know guys, but it definitely feels like awful. It's kind of coming undone, but I'm gonna just like go on to the next one and we'll see if I can like do this quicker. I'm gonna do the next one. I'm gonna put it on the hot dog and then I'm gonna put in the baking soda solution and see if that works better. Going forward from this, I would recommend that you put the dough on the hot dog before dipping it in the baking soda solution thing we've got going on. Otherwise it would just like slip off. The one I did first, by the time I did all the other hot dogs, it was like slipped off and I had to put it back on. It worked out okay in the baking, but I was always kind of scared it would just like slip off while it was cooking. But it worked out fine with the ones that I put the dough on first and then put in the baking soda. That's how I'd recommend going forward. I had a little gander at Auntie Anne's website and it is hot dogs they use, so I guess this is more about finding a hot dog that you like to go with this. When I do this again, I will probably use a different brand of hot dog to try this, but I guess it's up to personal taste of what sort of hot dog you like. So ta-da, this is them pre-baked. I'm now going to put them in the oven. The pretzel recipe said 10 minutes, so I'm going to check on them after 10 minutes, maybe 5 actually, to just like turn them over, but I will keep you in the loop as this goes on. I just bugged myself because I'm an adult. I'm gonna clean this all up, so montage! No. I'm gonna flip these over. So this is my final product. I'm going to put butter on them and see if they taste good. So this is the final product. I've ate some because whatever. Hot hot dog wasn't the best sausage. I didn't think it would be good, so if you want to copy me, I would maybe use something else. Something savoury. It works, kind of. I think I put the dough on too thick. That's another thing. So, I mean, the recipe I used would have probably worked fine for 6 hot dogs if I had laid it out properly instead of just having this weird half one. I'm gonna start that. So yeah. Pretzels. I will probably try this again. The only thing I would say, it'd probably be good for like a pie or something, but because these are like so filling and there's like no substance to them. It's basically just like a hot dog in a ready-made bun. So I will see you wheels next time when we'll be creating more foods featured in Point Horns. Farewell. I'm using my ring light and I don't know if it will make any difference. I don't know. Is it worth it?
Hey! We are!
People.